Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to give you an update on the coastal highway projects in Jamaica. Now there are three main projects to build the coastal highways in Jamaica. You have the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project Phase 1, which is to build a highway from Harborview in St. Andrew to Port Antonio in Portland. And that highway will then merge with the Northern Coastal Highway, which is already built from Portland to Negril in Westmoreland. But there is a project called the Northern Coastal Highway Expansion Project, which is going to expand that highway, or basically upgrade it. And then you have the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project Phase 2, which is to build a highway from Negril to St. Elizabeth. So those two projects, the Southern Coastal Highway Project and the Northern Coastal Highway Project, those are the projects to build the coastal highway around Jamaica. So we're going to give you an update on what's going on with each section. Now, Jamaica is an island, and the majority of the parish capitals or the main towns are on the coast. That was because back in the day everything was done via ships, so the coastal towns were that's where all the activity was. And then Jamaica would export stuff through the coastal towns as well. So you find that if you were to connect all the coastal towns, you would have a very good highway system in Jamaica. So that is why the highway runs along the coast. Now there is another highway that runs through the inland, that's Highway 2000. But today we're going to talk about the coastal highways. So the first one now is the highway going from Harborview in St. Andrew through St. Thomas into Port Antonio in Portland. Now this is the largest road project on the way in Jamaica right now. Of course, China Harbour Engineering Company is the contractor. They'll be the contractor for the entire length of the coastal highway. Even for the sections that no contractor has been assigned yet, it's going to be China Harbour Engineering Company. So that highway is on the way. You know, between Harborview and Port Antonio in Portland, that highway will be 120 kilometers. And then in Portland, the Southern Coastal Highway will merge with the Northern Coastal Highway and take you through Portland, St. Mary, St. Anne, Trelawney, St. James, Hanover, and into Westmoreland, into Negril. And in Negril, the Northern Coastal Highway will then merge with the Southern Coastal Highway Phase 2 project, which will take you through Westmoreland into St. Elizabeth. Now, originally, that highway was to go to Manchester, but they changed the alignment to Highway 2000, so the Southern Coastal Highway will merge with Highway 2000 in Black River instead of Manchester. Or I should say it will merge with Highway 2000 in St. Elizabeth and not Manchester. So that is the entire highway project for the coastal highway. Starts in Harborview, goes all the way to Port Antonio, and then back on the north coast to Negril, and then from Negril to St. Elizabeth. So you're going to connect towns, Port Antonio, you're going to connect Port Maria, you're going to connect Ocho Rios, and Ocho Rios it's not even the capital of St. Anne, but it's the main town in St. Anne. St. Anne's Bay is the capital. So the highway will connect Ocho Rios, St. Anne, Discovery Bay, Runaway Bay, Falmouth, into Montego Bay, into Lucy, into Negril. And needless to say, the number one, or one of the main industries in Jamaica is tourism. And on the coast, you have a lot. The majority of the hotels in Jamaica are on the coast because of the beaches. So this highway will definitely make it easier for people to get from Montego Bay or the Sangster International Airport to Negril, to Black River, to Montego Bay, and along the entire north coast back to Port Antonio. So this is a very important highway infrastructure project. Now, the section of the highway from Harborview to Port Antonio should be finished in 2025. Different sections will be finished before 2025, but it's slated that the entire highway will be finished by 2025. Now, between Harborview and Albion in St. Thomas, the highway will be 4 lanes. But from Albion to Port Antonio, it's going to be 2 lanes. And then remember, in Port Antonio, it merges with a northern coastal highway, which is 2 lanes from Port Antonio to Ocho Rios. Now, from Ocho Rios to Montego Bay, they are going to expand the road from 2 lanes to 4 lanes. And that project is a northern coastal highway expansion project. It's in the planning and the finance stage now, but they're hoping to get started by the end of the year. And that project to expand the northern coastal highway from Montego Bay to Ocho Rios from 2 lanes to 4 lanes will be the most expensive capital expenditure project in modern Jamaican history. Now remember, the largest road project on the works right now is the Harborview to Port Antonio section of the highway. But then another section of the coastal highway is going to be even more expensive than that. And that speaks volumes about how important this coastal highway will be. And then from Ocho Rios to Montego Bay, it will be 4 lanes when finished. And then from Montego Bay to Negril, it's going to be 2 lanes, although they have plans to build bypasses for Hopewell and Lucy, and those bypasses should be 4 lanes. But for now, it will be 2 lanes to Negril. Then from Negril to St. Elizabeth, they have not announced any alignment or details on that section of the road yet, but that is the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project Phase 2, and that's to take the highway along the coast up to St. Elizabeth. And then from St. Elizabeth, or in St. Elizabeth, it will merge with Highway 2000, where you can then head to Kingston or head to Montego Bay, and that highway runs through the inland of Jamaica. So that is the Coastal Highway Project. Very important roadway in Jamaica, and as such, the Jamaican government is sparing no expense to get this highway up and running. We will keep you guys updated on this project, as it's a very important roadway in Jamaica. Alright guys, thanks for taking a tour with us today. For those of you who want to know where we are on Highway 2000 East-West leg, which is the highway that runs through the inland of Jamaica, but this highway is a toll road. The Coastal Highway from Harborview to Port Antonio, it's not a toll road. The Northern Coastal Highway is not a toll road, and the road that's going to be built from Negril to St. Elizabeth will not be a toll road. Alright guys, thanks for taking the tour with us today. Oh, I should have said, we are on the Highway 2000 East-West leg, and we just went through the Vineyards Toll Plaza in St. Catherine, and we are driving from Kingston to Old Harbour. Alright guys, thanks for taking the tour with us today. Have a good day.